for a limited time, $1 gets you full access to all the automotive industry news and content CBTnews.com has to offer. CBT News. Subscribe today. Welcome to CBT News with Bridget Fitzpatrick.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much for joining us. Today on Inside Automotive, we're joined by Peter Cooper, the president and CEO of Lexus of Lehigh Valley. But first, here are today's top stories. The International Energy Agency anticipates by the mid-2020s, nearly 1 in 5 vehicles sold in the U.S. and Europe will be fully electric. The price drop of smaller EV models is expected to cause EV global sales to soar 35% this year to 14 million. The IEA's global EV outlook for 2023 mentions, quote, "This explosive growth means EV's share of the overall market has increased from 4% in 2020 to 14% in 2022 and is targeted to be around 18% this year." Next up, Honda is relying on General Motors to get its new electric SUV to the market, but the Japanese automaker is currently developing its own EV platforms. In addition to the 2024 Prologue, which utilizes GM's Ultium battery plant, Honda announced a second model that will utilize Honda's proprietary platform following its release in the U.S. in 2025. Additionally, Honda's EV plans are ramping up as the company embarks on its quest to sell only electric and fuel cell vehicles by 2040. Stellantis is looking to reduce its U.S. hourly workforce by as many as 3,500 employees through buyouts. Last week, Sean Fain, the recently elected president of the UAW and Stellantis, spoke about their fractured relationship regarding Stellantis' electrification strategy and the subsequent indefinite shutdown of the Belvidere assembly plant in Illinois back in February, which impacted 1,350 employees. Wrapping up our coverage, Penske Automotive reported quarterly earnings of $4.31 per share, beating the Zacks consensus estimate of $4.03 per share. A year ago, EPS was $4.76. However, Penske shares have added around 19% since the start of 2023. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next is Peter Cooper, the president and CEO of Lexus of Lehigh Valley. We'll be right back.
Today, I just released new content for Auto Marketing Now. This is breakthrough content for your dealership, so get over to my channel right now and watch the latest episode of Auto Marketing Now.
Delivering the news dealers count on for 10 years. Subscribe today and join thousands of other automotive professionals. CBT News, 10 years strong.
On today's edition of Inside Automotive, we're pleased to welcome back Peter Cooper, the president and CEO of Lexus of Lehigh Valley. Take a look.
So let's get the housekeeping out of the way, as we usually do in these interviews. How's your inventory? Is business back to normal? Are salespeople selling cars? How's fixed ops going? So kind of give me the 101 on your dealership.
Yeah, so the best way I can describe it, we've had the best first quarter we've ever had in terms of volume and in terms of profit.
Wow.
That's
great.
We've been blessed. We've been fortunate managing inventories, keeping our turn rates high. We were able to grow our business when most dealers were shrinking their business. We grew our business in the last, year to 12 months. We keep going record after record month, all-time best, ever.
Sure.
So
wow.
Yeah, it's
great.
For us. It's working.
Yeah. And coming off of the last 3 years, which have been record breakers for you in the industry, that's really saying something.
Well, I think everybody was focused on record breakers being profit.
Yeah.
And I think that came in a lot of different ways. Some of it was, bludgeoning the customers. Some of it, the marketplace took care of it. We just said, let's go back to our good core tenets, take great care of the customer, and see how we can move this a little bit quicker. And we've been very fortunate.
As you know, it's often hard in the auto industry to get both volume and record profits. Usually you're giving one up for the other. You were able to do both of those. Why is that? What was the special sauce there?
So I think that, one of the things early on that everybody understood was, people that sell the cars the fastest are going to earn the cars the fastest.
Right.
So we got into the data pretty deeply and said, okay, what do we need to do to zero out our inventory?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, no matter what the manufacturer, no matter what, you're going to end up with some dogs. You're going to end up with stuff that nobody wants. You got to be getting rid of that stuff. You can't be holding on to that stuff for the money. So, we looked at it and said, okay, how much gross do we have to sacrifice to get our rate of travel up higher?
Sure.
And in the end, the data just proved out that we gave up, a few $100,000 of gross, but it earned us X number more of vehicles that you're going to make, in the round, a huge number. So
sure.
It's been very helpful. It was been great for us.
All right, be sure to watch this interview in its entirety right here at cbtnews.com. That wraps up our show for today, but we invite you to join us back here again tomorrow morning for all the latest news and trends impacting the retail automotive industry. And be sure to follow us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.
CBT News, your #1 resource for auto industry news and content. Join the #1 most watched newscast in the automotive industry. CBT News. Subscribe today.